You don't know are the Real Things podcast. Hey yo!
Yes, I blessings and welcome to another episode of the pod. Big up on yourself wherever you are, whether you are near or far. Big up on yourself. I don't know what time it is in your neck of the woods. I don't know where you are in this planet called Earth, but you are welcome to be a part of the family. If you're coming across this video or this channel for the first time, I want to welcome you to stop by and take a look around. You may find something that you like. You understand me? And for those of you who have joined the channel, let me just take this time out to extend a warm welcome to you guys. Blessings and welcome, and just know that you are in a safe place. Not forgetting my people who've been here from day one, whether it rained or shine. Not forgetting you guys. People like Carolee West, people like Doreen Small, big up on yourself. People like Marcia Thompson, big up on yourself. Judy Moyo, big up yourself. Thank you guys for sticking and staying all the time, throughout the tears, throughout the years. No tears over here, so blessings and welcome, my people. Big up on yourself. If you're joining us via Premiere, if you're joining us via the replay, welcome to the pod.
We're both from different places, and it's hard to say on beat.
So today we are stepping over into Mama Africa once again. Boy, them trip, yeah. The amounts of trip that I've made, I've been doing some mileage.
But we're moving right at the same tempo.
Yes, I. So we have seen the the whoopla on the streets of YouTube since last week. We have seen all the strikes. We have heard all the claims. We have heard all the clapbacks. Lord have what next? What next? So guys, listen, if you're new here and you have no clue what I'm talking about, I am speaking about the ongoing saga with the Kenyan content creator Ayamaro versus the reactors from Kenya, Nigerians also in Germany, Nigeria are Nigerian. In living in Germany, and also Nigerians living in Nigeria. Yes, my people. My. So it is Marwa versus reactors. Um, Kenyan reactors, Nigerian reactors, all over. Because some in Jamaica, so all over, all over. Reactors, whether negative or positive. It's Marwa versus the reactors. So my people, we've seen a live on Saturday where the Kenyan blogger Aya Marwa came out actually to, state that him just asking for the people them to back up off of him a little bit, come off him name, stop talking about him a little, just give him a break. And he's also he's also stated that, at this point in time, mentally, it's very pressuring. It's very pressuring. And I've seen where, in the end of the live, he basically broke down a kind of way. And as a mom who has a son, you know, maybe in the same age range of Marwa, I'm telling you the honest truth. If my guess is right, if my guess is right, this might be one of the hardest time for him in his adult years. I've seen Marwa I mean, for years. I've been watching him for years. I know that he's been through some tough times, and and here on the streets of YouTube, and also via the people them in the village, because you know that in real life, teeth and tongue will meet, and humans, as long as you put them in one space, because they have different mindsets, you will find that people will always disagree. You understand? So we've seen where he came out and he decided that actually, prior to that, he did a live, indicates he did a live indicating that mm, he did a live. I'm just distracted a little bit by something I saw came in, you know. He did a live indicating, along with his sister, indicating that, they have taken action finally against some channels that were out there, tarnishing his name. We've seen them, we've spoke about them, like myself and a lot of other, reactors here on the streets of YouTube who really don't like to see the injustice. I've heard him, stated clearly that he he don't want to, it's not like he really want to do them bad, but at this point, let me not get too distracted. At this point, he's left with no choice, or they are left with no choice other than taking actions, which is to file complaints to YouTube, regarding the behavior or the behaviors of these channels or the owners of these channels that came up and ganged upon him, slandered his name, call him scammer, call his family witches, and a lot of stuff that if you look around this channel, if you're new here, you will see that from time to time I would come out and speak out against the injustice that I would stay over my can over here so and see that was being dealt to this family. So that was said, and a few channels were like in the water, based on the complaints that were made against them. It's alleged that some of them have really breached the community guidelines. But let me tell you something on the topic, on the topic of community guidelines for YouTube. You know, sometimes while we ourselves are busy out there running to clap back and say about this and say about that, about community guidelines and what this one do and finger point and da 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 da. It is such the community guideline for YouTube guidelines. It covers such a broad spectrum. You know, some time back, I was even listening to a channel, one of the same channels that were, affected by the actions of Marwa and his sister. And I was listening to this channel calling Marwa's sister, Dimongo, a gamma lizard. I don't even know what is a gamma lizard, but in there, it's like even in the community guidelines, it actually states clearly about calling somebody an animal or classing them as an animal. You understand? And I know this person, this reactor who has this channel. Every video that she does, even I don't watch every video, and I struggle to even really understand, because she has a heavy accent, you know, and like she speaks in so many different directions. Sometimes it bothers me to even bother to listen. It troubles me to even make up sense out of what she's saying sometimes. Honestly, make it worse. It's like she's going in so many different directions sometimes. It kind of puzzles me. Like I like straight to point. I don't like, too much of a comical thing. I like, you understand, you have to have fun with what you're saying. But when it's too overly, what do they call it now? Overly skitted, it don't really make sense to me. When it's heavily skitted, it don't make no sense to me. So sometimes I just move on. Saying that to say that, this lady that owns this channel, every content that I came across for her, it calls a Dimongo a lizard. Yes, it does. She thrives on calling them names of animals, and that's bad. That is wrong. That is totally against the community guideline. Anyway, it is what it is. Um, I'm saying all of that to say that I've seen where they came back laughing and chest thumping or clapping back that between Imarwa and Dimongo, the sister and brother, between those two channels, that they've also have community they have also broken community guidelines, which I myself I saw some things with my two eyes, and I said, I think that Marwa would have known better, or I think that Dee would have known better, knowing that they're bigger channel owners at some point in time. But we all make mistakes, and I was saying, like on the topic of community guidelines, it is such a broad spectrum of guidelines. You can't know everything. You will not know everything, but the basics is what some of us go by. Huh? The basics. So we've seen where they came out and they stated clearly that they've filed complaints against quite a few of those channels that were out here bullying them for years. Letters at some point in time were either served or posted, I don't know, on community. 'Cause say notice cease and desist right now to the stage where it's reached. If you know that the person comes to your channel to fetch content on a daily basis, all you have to do is put that on your community, on your community guideline, and you know them gonna not community guideline on your community a tab, and they're going to see it. There are many ways nowadays. So you just post it there as them come to your channel to fetch. So you know them gonna read it. You don't have to physically hunt down somebody anymore. You know them gonna see it because they will even come back to the channels to rant that they see their names and blah blah blah. In a letter. Anywho, so on the topic of the live that Marwa did, he continued to, just state clearly that he's he's taken the initiative to finally get up and fight for his family. But as he continued, with the live, as he continued, I heard him, make state clearly that he's had enough and he no longer wants anybody, in the streets of reaction to speak on his like to do commentary on his channel, on his on his content, along with, or even speak about his family. He's tired and he wants to be left alone. Now, I have one thing to say about this before I even delve into anything further. When it comes to somebody's mental health and somebody's well-being, if you have any humanity remaining in you as a content creator, somebody who uses the platform as the person who is seeking for your help, who is asking you day in, day out to back up, stop tarnishing my name. If you have any humanity left inside of you, you know, you would just go ahead and at least honor some kind of some part, even some parts of his wishes. And the reason why I say some parts, because as a public figure, it is the hardest thing for you to do is to live a life in the in the limelight without scrutiny. So even though Marwa came out and asked to be left alone and not to be talked about, you have to consider the pressure that you apply, when you come out here and jeer him, mock him about his one eye, call him a swamp king, speak about his girlfriend or his baby mother as a long nosed something something, and these kind of things. It's and I see, these things, even if you should go out there, take it up, report these channels, YouTube would still somehow take a look and decide that uh you know it's reaction and it's allowed. How about the well-being, mental well-being of the individual that is crying and begging for help? Are you saying that they should take it to the streets, take it to the courts? Well, maybe this is exactly what would have to happen in the end. Because if we cannot get justice on the streets here on YouTube, I assume he would have to take it to the courts. And believe me, they would rule in his favor because the evidence is there that he's taken the initiative to remove to have his information. Is like, if you should search the amount of dirt that is out there, like false fake information. They said this guy was deemed as a scammer. No, I don't see anybody has ever really come out to say that he scammed them or he took their monies. I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anything. There's some fake titles out there about where the money for the Indian people, something about GoFundMe. We've spoken about this day in, day out. And when you bombard the internet with such traffic, negative traffic, that is what's going to be out there. That is what you're going to see when you search for even these people, even if companies should want to work with them. This is what they're going to see because the negativity is more than anything else. But the digital footprint that this guy is leaving behind, I believe one day is going to help him in court to win against this nonsense. Because coming out to help, to ask for help, to the platform, to ask for help. Guys, stop with this nonsense. Guys, stop defaming. Day in, day out. And they will mock him. Can get this, can get that. I'm a lizard this, I'm a lizard that. And I'm like, is this reaction or this is just to spite? Like commentary to me for these Africans have taken a different turn. I've seen somebody, I've seen somebody, commented something on a channel, giving them detailed information as to how they should go back and clap back at Marwa and Dimwango's channel to strike them. Detailed information and even offer them help. Offer the channel help. I can help you. And I shook my head. I said, hey, and these people have never met any one of these content creators, but they're willing and ready to strike them down just because they came out and stood up against the internet bullying. It is not right. And you're laughing about Marwa coming out and crying and laughing that he's out here to cry because he never got GoFundMe money and oh, he knows secrets that he don't want to tell the people. Yeah, he knows secrets that he don't want to tell the people that what? Some of the strikes didn't go through. Is that a secret? No, it's not. It's not. And even if channel, because I've seen where they were saying even in some other comments that big channel is gonna go down in next week. And I caught every information. I looked at the information, shook my head, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Tit for tat. And believe me, everything, everything that I put together, I got the answer yesterday. I was watching the trail of conversations and I put everything together yesterday. So everybody came out to their channels to tout, to taunt, and to rejoice. But the same way that you're winning, you don't think that YouTube can actually take a look? A human review could actually result in you losing just like how you deem that Marwa has lost. And by the way, Marwa, I heard you spoke to David Omaji on the live yesterday, and you told him to go ahead and get a job, find something else to do, so on and so forth. How did you get that position? As far as I know, David Omaji's channel belongs to him. Huh? That is what you need to don't do that. Don't do that. That is what you need to stop doing. Focus on the war ahead. Focus on your battles ahead. I understand that your mental well-being, as you ask that, reactors should not amplify the situation. But to come out and tell somebody to go ahead and look a job and stop talking about you, on a serious note, the platform belongs to them. Their channels belongs to them. And commentary is commentary. As long as that individual is not insulting you, I don't think you should come out and I don't know if you even meant it as an insult because when somebody's back is against the wall, they would lash out at anything or anyone. And I want to give you a pass for that because I've seen you frustrated, broken, and I feel your pain. But you don't get to decide who should go to look for something else. Yes, there are countless other topics out there. Because even if you look around on my channel, um, there's a mix topic, there's a mix a playlist, a mix of playlists. So we have mixed topics, yard and abroad. When I come back to Kenya. When I done, I go all about and talk about a lot of things. Anywho, I'm saying you don't get to go over telling them to go look jobs and don't talk. You are a public figure. What you need to tell them is don't insult me, don't defame me, or else there will be consequences. That's just my take on that part. You have a right to defend your family, and that is what you need to focus on. And a great warrior don't make two strides and then fall short. You continue the battle until right to the very end. I don't want to see you out here saying that you're tired. Why are you giving up? You have to carry on to the very end. You understand? I know as a travel vlogger, you know, it's not like you're a gamer and you're out there, physically doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. No, 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 no. As a travel vlogger, it is more like a laid back vibes because you could move from country to country and you rest for even a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, relaxing in your own way and do your content. But it's not like you're a gamer every day on the internet shouting, screaming with your control. Those not that high energy thing. For you, it's more relaxing. So you should just slowly and gradually pinpoint your battles and deal with them accordingly. And another thing, those TMI lives, those lives that you do with all the information and feeding it out before it's even set in motion. It's this is basically what is messing up everything. This can destroy you. It can stop you in your tracks. How are you going to be sitting there spoon feeding your alleged enemies? How are you going to be sitting there spoon feeding your alleged enemies your battle plans? Bro, I think you need to get a grip of yourself on a serious note because I've seen people telling you, stop, stop, stop. I myself even commented too much information. Stop. You cannot be out here spewing out your battle plans to your so-called or alleged enemies. No. Then they would be the one to ambush you because they already know your plan. What push will there be if you already given your plans for free? Man, nonsense. Nonsense. Anywho, so we've gotten to the point where the frustration has kicked in. Now, it is so bad. The level of frustration is so bad. It's boiling over now to even us as supporters. People complaining, even messaging me. It is so hard. They're crying. It's so bad to see you in this condition. But we told you, we warned you to be quiet. Never let your left hand see what your right hand, or never let your left hand know or see what your right hand does or is about to do. You don't have to inform the public every single step of the way of the process. Yes, they deserve, knowledge of things, but a situation as this is delicate because you know that if you go for them, they're going to come for you and anybody else involved. And it is very hard to watch you being backed up against the wall. It's affecting everybody that is around you. So you're saying do not amplify the situation. Don't speak about it on your channels. No. Um, honestly, you don't get to really say we shouldn't speak. It is something that is there for all to see. It is bothering us as your supporters. We will not sit mum and zip our lips. No, I will not be silenced. No, no, I will not be silenced. Many people would have reached out to me privately and said, and told me, you know that I used to see this family differently. I would even ask why on numerous occasions. It's just that I don't want to reveal things here, like names and and Instagram profiles and stuff. So why see them differently? What do you mean? Yeah, because them say people would say that these people are scammers. People say how they don't treat their villagers good. People say that they show off and they don't know how to deal with. But I would even in my comment section, if you take a look around the channel, you would see that I'm not lying. And I would argue with them. What the heck are you telling me? So is this the only family that does not get along with a neighbor? Is this the only family that you see that would have an argument with a sibling? Is this the only family that you see that would have come upon some problems in their life? I would argue as hell because the way how the picture is painted out there, and I know that you're feeling it. I seen it, stagnation of the channel, people running from one side to the next. They're running from your channel to other channels that are negative to gang upon you. So don't silence me. I will speak. This is an open space, Marwa. Allow me to speak. Allow me to comment. Okay, allow us. I was trying to speak for myself. Please, allow us. Because the majority of the times on this channel, when I go up against the negative reactors. You ask kindly for us not to amplify. Do you know what is happening now? People are literally going over to the channels and telling them, don't show this on your channel. Stop showing that on your channel. There you come over here. Come tell me what to show and what not to show. If you don't like that episode, scoot until I'm not playing something then you want to watch. Don't appear in that episode. Don't come to that episode. Don't watch that episode. If I'm playing something that you don't like or somebody that you're not in agreement with that you don't like, that they sick to you, they get you upset, just don't watch this episode and watch another one. Because sometimes it gets really raunchy here. And I will tell the people excuse me for today. Come back when I'm doing another milder one. Some days are raunchy. And as I say, with all the love that I have in my heart, because not for 1 second did I feel any anger towards your comments on that live. No, because I'm human. And if my back, especially when it comes to men, honestly, they don't know how to handle emotions. They will go into a panic, they will throw a tantrum. I'm serious because I have my husband, I would have to tell him, look, If you continue this way, it seems like I am going to have to wear the pants. Why are you panicking? Why are you lashing out? You're attacking the wrong person. No harm intended. But for me, I began this podcast because I have other channels. I began this podcast because I sat over there on the gully side and I saw how people was really, really misleading the public. Because if I was like a weakling at some point, maybe me myself would have gone over to the other side thinking that just like how the others came to me, like people came to my channel saying, "Oh, this family, you don't know nothing about this family, but you protecting them." I'm not protecting anybody. I'm sitting here on the internet, a public space, with all the love and humanity that is in my heart, and I see right from wrong. So you guys remember when even the situation I spoke last week about it, but for those who just joined, I'm just saying it again. So guys, don't think I'm being repetitive. With the workers that were there and they were sent away, there was on Marwa's compound and they were sent away. And I didn't understood what was really going on. I came out here campaigning, oh guy, oh Lord, they're young, give them a chance. Sometimes they make mistake and yada yada da 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 da. I was one of the ones telling, oh please send them back, bring them back, take them back, not knowing that they were misbehaving as hell. And when I found out the real truth that they were really misbehaving, I lashed out at them. They should have known better because you've given them an opportunity. So I feel your pain. And I've not for 1 minute, as I said before, have I felt hurt or anything because so-called alleged, so-called positive reactors and that kind of demeaning way. Stop it. Stop it. I have to deal with the same thing with my husband in a way like he would lash out. So even though you're the nicest person and the kindest person to him in the world, he will turn around and lash out at you because he's having a bad day or he's just basically pissed about situation or he's just crumbling under pressure from something and he would just lash out at you. And I would just tell him, yo, you're panicking. Yo, hold on that. You want to exchange clothes? Give me the pants. And I will go for him. Give me the pants. So I'm more settled and calmer when it comes to situation. And I don't get personal. I'm gonna look at it, analyze it, and then I deal with it in accordance. So this is why I'm here saying that this is a public space. And these are our channels. And if we're doing commentary on a public figure, the least we can do is not mention name as you requested that. Stop mentioning your name. Like personally for me, I've had a few titles with the name. I don't tag I don't tag you. Even though it's not about because tagging actually helps to draw attention. Tagging is basically giving you a shout out in a sense, mentioning you. So it does help. Um, Literally, I'm not gonna change anything around here. Um, I'm doing what I always do, and I stand for what is right. So, because of your mental well-being, you ask that we back up off of speaking about the family and about amplifying situations. No, I really don't know. I really don't know. I think you should explain a little bit more about what situations we're amplifying, because it's commentary. And when you do your content and you leave it there, people come and watch. I don't know if they come back and hug you, or I don't know if you yourself are watching in a sense because um I've heard you spoken so many times about what you've seen on the negative reactors channels. So I don't know. I'm kind of puzzled here. I'm really puzzled. So if you can help on this, if you're strong enough and you can explain a little bit more. You don't really have to, but I'm saying explain a little bit more. Give us a more clearer, or I would need a more clearer insight, because I've even seen David come out yesterday asking for help. David Amaji came out yesterday after you've told him on your live. You, David, you, I know you do some comments on me, but don't, bro. I'm telling you, don't talk about me and my family. Find something else to speak about. Find another person to talk about. I need peace, and I understand all of that. I honestly get it, but I don't think that was really. I think that was insulting. You could have seen, even though David was feeling bad about the situation, he still came out and take it like a man, because man to man, honestly, um, they don't, I don't even know how to put that one, but sometimes a man would take an insult. Sometimes, because Jamaican men are very, very, very peevish when it comes to insults. Them they get into fights very easily because they don't take insults very easily. But I saw David on his channel, and he was basically confused when it comes to, in relation to, where should he how should he go about doing his content. So I think you probably should know, be a little bit more clearer. I mean, you cannot go and tell them how to fix the content, but saying that they shouldn't speak about you, I understand that there are probably some things, some works in the pipeline, and you fired your warning shot, as I said to David. You fired your warning shots. You may have fired your warning shots based on the fact that you want us to keep out the way so our channels don't get affected when you decide to take action against maybe your name and such the likes. I don't know. I don't know. Even though you don't really owe nobody no explanation other than what you said, but I'm just saying that it was quite evident that David was really confused, like as to where do I go now. But I want to say this. It's good to really dabble around in the waters a little bit when you're in the ocean. This is content creation, this is reaction, and it doesn't mean that you have to be on one particular family. Remember, it's only recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, that I came back to the streets of Nyabohanse because I went away. I went away. I was doing other forms of reaction, because you have to have a break. You have to have a breaking period. So David, maybe you can, just practice these things of dabbling into other issues, as Maro has asked that you don't speak about this, for he needs a break. Um, but I'm telling you the honest truth, Marwa, that as long as you put your content in public, you are up for scrutiny. You know, people will talk about you because you're a public figure. You understand? Anyway, my people, let me just, I'll take a break a little bit, and I'll come right back.
And I want you next to me. We're both from different places, and it's hard to stay on beat, but we're moving right at the same tempo. And I want you next to me. I've been getting lit too much, yeah. I just need a drink till I see you in my mind, and I know I can't touch. I don't wanna hit you up. See your name up on my line. I know it's gonna be some time before I hit you up, yeah. Don't know what I'm doing, but I need your touch, yeah. Like you pursuing me, cause I need that love, yeah. Feels good to a young boy. Got me feeling like a young boy, yeah. Got me feeling like a young boy.
All right, guys. So I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. So let's just continue to talk a little bit about this whole situation. Let's hope that you can hear me clearly. you know, this whole situation where, you know, I'm feeling very bad, for how things turned out in a particular way. I'm feeling very bad because no, Marwa's back is against the wall, and you know, his only option was to lash out. To lash out. It's sad. It's really sad. I've seen this, and so maybe so have you. Maybe so have you in the past, where he came out and he referred to the reactors, the positive reactors, as so-called, and clearly stated that he does not want any affiliation with the so-called positive reactors. No, I would tell you this: not wanting any affiliation with the reactors, it is something that anyone would do publicly if they would want to distance themselves from any situation which they felt would have caused uh, them to be in the position where they are. That is just my view on things. You understand? That's just how I see it. They also would want to distance themselves from, you know, a thing or a group of people if they felt like it has caused harm to them. Basically, one of the same. It has caused harm to them. Or if they feel like um if he should feel like you know he's coming across like we are basically what we're doing is basically making him to come across as weak, as if we are here to fight for him, because I've seen it happen in the past where he chased not chased, sorry guys. He told Minhawi and Paris, um don't fight for me. I don't want nobody to be fighting for me. I can fight for myself. So this actually, I'm telling you, this, when I sat down and I sum it up, this to me is giving, look, go find something else to do. You don't have to talk about me because I can basically fight for myself. Please, please, please. I can fight for myself. I can fight for myself. You don't have to fight for me. But the truth of the matter is, reaction is a form of content creation. Vlogging, travel vlogging is also a form of content creation. And with reaction, it depends on the region that you're in. Sometimes you're not even in the region, you're going to find trending stories. And until you realize that this is what it is, then you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time because even the negative people, they will find a way to come back because the money nice over this. The negativity is what sells. So people will go and gang up over there and give them views for them to collect their big monies and paychecks because they want to see fights. It's just the way how the streets of YouTube and content creation work. If you notice, even in Jamaica, where they would pretend they would actually do PR stunts, they would do fake stories, and right now it has gotten so bad and so toxic till people are literally falling like leaves. In a sense, they're losing their lives because of the toxicity. So, like as I said before, I personally have no ill feelings because I've seen people rejoicing. Hey, placenta reactors. Hey, 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 hey. They got sent home without pay. Mara insulted them. And I'm thinking, it's really crazy because you're over there talking about Marwa. We are over here talking about Marwa. What's the damn difference? What's the difference? He insults you. He also insults us if he wants. or if that's what he did, whatever, whatever. He tells us to not speak about him, and so he also tells you to not speak about him. What's the damn difference? What are you laughing about? You laugh, I laugh, we all laugh. Ha ha ha. No. Uh my message to the fellow reactors. Reaction is a niche, it's a form of content creation. And even though Marwa has come out and request that we, don't speak, that people should not speak, do reactions on his family, just so he can have peace of mind, because it's too much and we should not amplify situations, which I'm still waiting for a little bit more explanation. As bringing light to a situation, I don't deem it as amplifying. Um, we are here on the streets and we are just doing content, no strings attached. We were even called Marwa ass lickers. I've never met Marwa. I've never been to Nebuchadnezzar looking for shoutouts. I've never asked anybody to put my channel anywhere, to share my channel anywhere there. I've never gone and tell him to give me a shout out. Never. I sat here, took my two hands, I created my channel and I built it. People liked what I was saying. They saw me, liked what I was saying, and they came and support. They came in support also, because we all have the same or a common understanding, knowledge of what is actually happening, and the lies that are spewed out there. Because it's quite evident that no one is perfect. And if the guy or his family makes any mistake, they're heavily scrutinized. Why? Because they are public figures. It's normal. So even if you have your prime minister and you are gonna sit and talk about your prime minister's wrongdoing, like for instance in Jamaica, the prime minister now, Andrew Holness, there are people that get up from morning till night and they speak about the prime minister and the negativity that he's surrounding his leadership. And over on the other side, people are going to criticize the ones who are criticizing the prime minister. And it's just a way of how the streets of YouTube works. So like I said before, and I'm going to say again, I built this channel and I speak as long as I'm not breaking any community guidelines. I would react on what I see that's trending on the streets, and give respect where respect is due. You understand? I still love that family. I will never change from loving that little family, because I see humble, they came from humble beginnings. I like their story. I will change. And this is a message for a lot of people who would come over here and try to preach to me. No, this is my channel and I speak about what I want to speak about, right? So, and I would play what I want to play as long as I'm allowed by YouTube to play it. If YouTube says no, it's against our community guidelines, then I won't play it. If the owner of the content requests or has a copyright on their content, are they copywritten their content or copyrighted, whatever, I don't know. Copyrighted? I don't know. English is not English in. If it's a copyrighted content, then I would know, okay, the YouTube systems will actually tell me, hey bro, we've identified this content elsewhere and we deem that you're not the owner. Take a look at this, and if you want to change that, well, if you ignore, well, then it's up to you. The owner gonna claim and you and pull it down. Anyway, so I'm gonna continue to do what I do and what I always do. I don't want no strain on my channel. When I say I don't want any strain on my channel, I don't want to be weighted down when I should come with my topics. I've seen people, already planning out, or advising how the shows should go, or the like other creators, how they should, what they should do and what they shouldn't do, especially in the case of David, because David was asking for advice because he was just frightened. I think he was shocked and confused, you know. But as the days goes by, he will somehow, because there are topics there. But as I say, just to give Marwa peace of mind, as he requested, with any humanity that we have remaining in us, we will indeed respect the fact that, but as for me, let me tell you, I'm doing what I normally do. Nothing will change because this is what I normally do. So I think Marwa is blindsided by the actions from the negative reactors. He's blindsided by that because coming out to sit on your channel and say that, can you believe that this person really talk about that person in that way? Why would you then want to lash out and tell me, don't talk about me because you're talking about the person talking about me? It's crazy. It's crazy. That for me is crazy. So we're in, like, for me, indirectly speaking about you. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really indirectly speaking about you, and then you're telling me not to speak. It's really crazy. This is a broad street, and this is a broad street, broad road, a broad road. Meaning that, you know, there are lots of content out there, um, things that can be covered, but we choose to come because we see that, you know, this family is really being attacked severely, really, really severely, and because those people like who come out and realize that they were easy, that family was easy pickings, they went for them. And honestly, Marwa, this is one of the reasons why maybe people were saying that you need to stop giving shout outs because you cheapen the game. You cheapen the game and it came back to bite you because when you make a thing to water down, it has no it has no taste anymore. You know, this is what actually makes the game now become so cheap. Has no value anymore. In a sense, the game has no value anymore. So instead of getting paid, they attack, instead of you getting paid for the for collaborations, they attack you instead. And they eat you right down. They cannibalize you. Period. And they leave you right there for dead. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Guys, it's sad. Anyhow, I came across our whitey police yesterday rejoicing and asking some questions here that um led me to actually summarize all the messages that I saw, the comments that I saw on the channels across YouTube from the reactors, people leaving them message that they can help them to beat this family, help them to file complaint, to clap back at this family. And I noticed yesterday that the whitey police came out dancing and praising and mocking the Mongo. But I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, you've hidden one channel already. Unless you clean off every video from that channel and retain the subscribers and have to start from scratch, you are already lose. You've already lost. You've already lost because this dangling channel that you have here, using it to create havoc continuously, it simply means that you too can still end up in the septic tank, you know? And it's crazy. So you have to be careful that you don't slip over. And in the meantime, you're dancing on the edge. Watch your steps. Watch your steps. Watch your steps. Watch your steps.
Crazy, 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 crazy. Something that he will not come out and tell you. Marwa, if you are a man enough, why don't you just come out? Come out and tell. Why do you want people just to see whatever you want them to see? Why don't you come out?
So here he's just basically I'm assuming that he's basically daring Mara to come out and say that he's lost, say that all the channels that he came out to speak on that has gone down. Nothing, there's no such thing. But guess what? It does not matter. It does not matter because the videos still cannot be played on the channels. So who is still winning here? Who is lost?
Hey, you might even make me reconsider. You might make me reconsider talking about you. Like, Ramodoni, you made it when you're about to leave. Okay, guys. How many people? You're doing the right thing. You must stop inside my.
No, hold on, guys. I'm looking for something.
Like they like Marwan and then they like NT, so they're like, okay, let me just stay out of it. It's totally understandable. Totally understandable. Okay. Just where I see you EBB, I see you EO. So EBB and EB. Right. Okay. Didn't know that. M. Carol in the house. Nice to see you. The grandmother. Now, M. Carol, your daughter was insulted the other day. Okay? Your daughter was insulted the other day. I think it was 2 days, 3 days ago. And when you insult back, you are the burden.
So if you're not hearing what he's saying clearly, A.M. Carl joined the chat and he was hailing her up and was saying, "Oh, your daughter was insulted the other day." Nonsense, nonsense. Guys, that's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. I remember in the live clearly what Dimongo was saying when she said that, remember, don't you actually she said, don't you have a daughter? Remember, she's the same age, she's as the same age as me. And like she was basically saying that your mother it's not, it's like she was saying your mother should be like, how would your mother feel to know that you're out here calling somebody else's mother a witch? Your daughter is the same age as me in her 20s. Is that an insult? Like I was telling you guys, the way this to me is amplifying. This to me is amplifying, honestly. This right here, what he's doing. And in the end, after he's done with all of this, in the end, I noticed that he said something.
That is what I can say. And those your people that think they are invincible, tell them they are not.
Isn't that a threat? Isn't that some kind of threat? So they've been going around saying basically strike was strike. I saw they saying that Prince Odinga said he too was like either warned or strike or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, let me tell you something. YouTube is not a one-way street. And if it is power grab, if it is tit for tat, if it is what is it? What is it? What is it? These people have been battered for so long. And they finally, after begging and asking for you guys to stop with the defamation, nobody, instead of you heeding, you guys laughed and mocked them. Mock them instead of saying, okay, so I understand that you know your mental health at this point in time is important, so let's not do this. Let's not mock them. Let's not defame them. You guys continued. And no, it's strike for strike. It is strike for strike no, because I've been seeing all of them laughing and mocking. Hey, just like how we were over here last week saying that, hey, you guys were warned.
And just like YouTube is not invincible. Nobody is invincible.
I'm glad that you realize that. I'm really glad that you realize that.
Everybody is invincible. Everybody has a weakness. And it's just tapping on that weakness.
You heard what he said. Everybody has a weakness, and it is just to tap into that weakness. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? The things that I saw them outlining the way to attack Marwa and Dimwango. Watching this guy, it all fell into place. I saw on Coco Mama's channel also. They were mocking D. Hey, hey, hey. Where are you now? You're hiding, hiding. Where are you now? Listen, it's just the way of the world. The hearts of men are wicked. But in the end, even if, even if channels go down, just like how you guys say, Marwa should come out and say what has happened. Even if channels go down, as we will later see in the end, why he was mocking. Even if channels go down, right? It simply means when they come back, they would either have to start from scratch or they would have to do things better because it's a lesson to be learned. Every disappointment in life is always for better. Always remember that. Let's get to the end.
To come live. Bye. See you.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Right here, his audio is so terrible. The audio is very bad. I think he needs to do the videos without the microphone because the microphone is not really helping any situation. In the end of his life, he basically was laughing. Dimongo, I'm waiting for you to come live. Where are you? Where are you?
Guys, as of now, as you're speaking, me, I'm just waiting for the Mongo to come live. Bye. See you in the next video, guys. Heidi, how does it look on your end?
See what I'm saying? ID. How does it look on your end? So simply, they have clapped back on the Mwango. And I'm going to sit here and tell you, this guy, um, this gentleman here on the street, on the screen, that was talking a while ago, is solely responsible for anything if anything happened to the Mongo's channel. And let me tell you, remember a few weeks ago when he came back out on the streets, the first thing that he did was try to create havoc. I did a video, you can look around the channel. When he tried to take the Mongo's channel down, as he came back out because he had a vengeance. But I'm going to sit here and tell you for free. His chest thumping in the end of this video a while ago. As I sit here, that's what he's saying. I'm quoting his own words. As I sit here, I'm still waiting for Dimongo to come live. Dimongo, how does it feel on the other side? What does that tell you? So to me, all of this sums up everything that I was reading in their comment section when they were giving the instruction on which videos to go for on these channels. But remember that we all have comments and in our comment section. We all talk, we all see other people's comments. It is the streets of YouTube. It's a dog eat dog. But remember that it is a cycle that keeps on giving. The world is a cycle going round and round. Everything way up, yes, it go round in a circle. Remember that. It's just the way of the world. So it's gonna keep giving. It's going to keep on giving. That is what the world does. This universe. Always. Always. So if for as per you, the Mongo can't come live. If she cannot come live as per you, you're asking her how is it on the other side. The same way how you hide your channel. You don't think that your time will come too. No, I don't know if you take YouTube as your sole job, but it's obvious that it's a business for you. And I don't see the sense with you setting fire to the building, to your office building, when I don't see the sense in you doing that. Literally, I don't see the sense in you doing something like that when you would need to go back into that building for work. So go figure. Go figure how that one is going to play out. Anyway, my people, no puns intended in this episode. As I say, my heart clean, pure. Big up on yourself. A one love same way. I will keep on defending the truth and what is right. And Marwa, just rest up and don't hop out of the battle. Don't hop out of the battle because you don't know, say, if you have a fight for your family. Once you have a fight for your family, this is something that you will do until the creator say, fight no more. You understand? Because life is always life in. Challenges will come. So just stand up and take it like a man and just move on to the next phase. And let me tell you something, my brother. Stop talking so much. Stop talking too much. You're giving away all your secrets. And that is causing them to ambush you in the way that they are. Those people, you know, that watch you, the people them that watch you, people that watch you and have no good intention for you. When you give them all this information, it makes for them to come out after you with everything where them have. And the ones that are supporting them are going to join in. And it's going to be 10 times hotter for you. Stop talking too much.
In my head too much. I'm in love with you, can't get enough. Every thought I have for us. Girl, you really got me curious. Yeah, that's why I can't hit you up. Yeah, don't know what I'm doing, but I need your touch. Yeah, like you pursuing me, cause I need that love. Yeah, feels good to a young boy. Got me feeling like a young boy. Yeah, got me feeling like a young boy.